Hi guys, it's Robin here, and welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. So I have kind of a deep subject here. I wanted to talk about the lost city of Atlantis. So I think a lot of people have heard of that, but not everybody has heard of Lemuria, and I think I'm saying that right. So if not, please forgive me. So I heard about that, Lemuria, from listening to a Steve Noble meditation. So I wanted to do some research on it and see what's going on with that, because it all ties into what's happening with our planet right now. So I have a little bit of a background here. So these are both apparently legendary islands, cities. Many believe to be creation. This is regarding Atlantis, of Plato's imagination. But Plato claims to have been told about Atlantis from his grandfather, who in turn claimed an Athenian statesman learned about Atlantis from an Egyptian priest who dates Atlantis to 9,000 years prior. So, Plato lived in 428 BC, I think. And then this Athenian statesman, he lived 630 BC. So the story of Atlantis is approximately 9700 BC. So it's very intriguing to me that all of this is going on, and there's all kinds of research. You can do your own research. I really want you guys to do that, not just take my word for it, but be on your own journey of what's going on. So what really struck me about this is the city was lost for a particular reason. It didn't just get like sucked down into the water and never to be seen again. Is specifically because the way that people were living in Atlantis, they were in 4D, which is the fourth dimensional. And if you've been watching my videos at all, I talk about going from 3D to 4D to 5D. And so there's forces around that don't want humans to move up to these other dimensions, because where we are right now in 3D is providing the most drama and fuel for darker forces. Okay, so stay with me. So the story of so this is struck by earthquakes and floods and disappeared into the Atlantic Ocean. So the lost city of Lemuria, either in Indonesia or the Pacific Ocean, 20,000 years prior. So Lemuria is said to be the cradle of humankind. And Lemuria disappeared 84 million years ago. So what is the implication of that? There's a lot of people that do believe, and me as a starseed, I do believe that there's obviously life off of the planet Earth, right? So, and if you look at Egyptian artwork, there's crop circles, there's people talk about the interaction with aliens. A lot of my meditations that I do are to communicate with Arcturians and Palladians, because I'm an Arcturian starseed. So Lemuria is said to have existed in 5D, which is closer to what our star ancestors reside in, and moving up above that as well. And these are societies where violence is not only not tolerated, but it is unheard of. There's a lot of movies that depict star families and races, and they're out there like shooting up the skies, like if you think of some of the famous movies and TV series and stuff like that. But these are the societies that we are choosing to attempt to ascend to. These are the cultures that we're doing our best to emulate, and there's reasons why Lemuria and Atlantis no longer exist, because they were the epitome of, like I said before, love and light, and this is not suiting any of the dark forces that feed off of our planet. They're not doing them any good. So I want to just quickly refer to an audiobook that I listened to the other day, and it would really, really help you guys. I know a lot of you guys are saying that you're feeling lost. You don't know what to do. Like, what is my ascension path all about? I just recently listened to this, Bringers of the Light. It was quite fascinating, and they go into a little bit of detail about how there was a battle between, our star family. If you're watching my channel, it could be any one of those star families. There's many, many, many. And they lost a battle with like a sort of an evil race of extraterrestrials, and they choose to feed off the drama that 3D matrix humanity creates. So, and this sort of linked in really well with what the Matrix talks about. If you watch the Matrix, it's everybody, all the humans are put into pods with, things like battery cables running off of them and charging the Matrix so that this darker force can feed off of the 3D drama. Which is why there's greater and greater upset and unrest and, things that scare people, like the recent pandemic, like the wars, like all these, as long as I could remember growing up, there was always something to be scared about. So it's really important to start opting out of things like that. The biggest thing you can do for yourself, the biggest favor you can do for yourself to stop being afraid is shut the TV off, stop listening to the radio, do your own research. Just don't believe everything that you see on social media. People post so many things and it's total garbage. So you really need to do your own research, because if you're feeling lost, it's because you're meant to. You need to start remembering who you are and why you're here. And part of your journey as a light worker is to start shining out love and light to everybody else, so we can get back up to 4D and then eventually 5D, which is where these societies were that were rocketed into oblivion by the keepers of the Matrix. Okay, so there's things, you guys, you can look up if you see really like scary posts on Facebook. There's a website called Snopes. You can go and see if there's any validity to it at all. I would just really start, you guys, by shutting off the news, because things are just they're being broadcast they're proven to be untrue. So when you start unraveling everything and you see, going back to our ancestors, just how peaceful and loving and beautiful the societies were, and what is being done by the keepers of the Matrix to keep humanity scared so they can continue to live here. And it's time for us to rise up against that. So please do your own research on Atlantis. Do your own research on Lemuria, the 3D Matrix. Check out reputable websites on, what is actually real on the news. It's not news anymore. It's entertainment. There's things being fictionalized and dramatized to keep that level of fear and drama up. Because if there's no fear and drama, the keepers of the Matrix, they're going to have to go somewhere else. So I really wanted to talk about these two cities, these lost civilizations, because they really play into where we are right now. Once 5D was gone and it went to 4D, where are we going from here? Like, we have to either choose to rise up again, or what, are we going to sink down another level? And then what? I mean, humanity is already on the brink. It's just absolute chaos. It's absolutely appalling what is going on. And, you know, it's really time, you guys, to start believing in your journey as a light worker, to stop being afraid, stop being made to be fearful of everything that's going on. You know, your neighbors are good people. People are mostly trying to help each other. And the things that are getting blown out of proportion on the news, it's just a real tragedy what has gone on. And it's time to rise up again, you guys. Rise up to 4D, 5D, and beyond. So I hope this all made some sort of sense. I had my notes and I tend to just kind of chatter away, but anyway, just wanted to bring this to your attention so that you can start unraveling your own ball of yarn and get to where you need to go on your journey. And once again, that name of the audiobook, and it was a short one, it was only a couple hours, The Keepers of the Light. Really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. So please check it out. And please also check out Steve Noble Meditations. I'm not affiliated with him, but he's a brilliant guide for star seeds. So guys, I'm going to peace out. So take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Bye.